Going on, everybody? So I know this is going to air, well, while I'm in the middle of either driving across the country or moving to a new place or whatever. Baldur's Gate. Y'all know how I feel about this set. Set now has actually gained lots of popularity because it seems like either the game did it or people realize the set isn't terrible or a combination of the two. It's interesting times that we live in. In the end, I still chalk it up to product fatigue at that time. I still think that was the real true issue. Doesn't matter. This is a draft box. I want to give a big shout out to J&V. I'm sure you've seen him in the battles on the channel. He's in the Discord, right? And he posted a link to a store that I've bought from before and some of us have bought from before. And they're fine. Where they had some cheap boxes of Baldur's Gate Draft at a time where cheap boxes of these have kind of vanished. So I was kind of like, order. Like, this is a no-brainer. I can't say no to this. So here we go. Which actually I got a few because I couldn't pass it up. All right, so 24 packs. Draft packs, lots of commons. Let's go through it. Let's see how we do. Obviously, the mythics are the big hits, as we know. There are some good other cards to get to. In fact, this set keeps adding little cards that see more and more play. That's the fun part for me. Flaming Fist. Alaundo. Legion Loyalty for our first mythic. Not a womp womp mythic, but not a mythic I'm going for, but at least it's not a womp womp mythic. That's probably good. You tend to get 4 mythics per box, so that's one of the 4. You can get 5. You do tend to get 1 borderless per box, so you can get 5. Always has felt like 4 is kind of like slightly over 4 is the average. It's like 3 regular 1 and 1 borderless. Kadira, which is a really good uncommon. Vol, Raised by Giants is a rare. And Lae'zel's Acrobatics. Not a hit right now, but it is one of those good cards. Of course, this is a draft box. There's not going to be any list cards. I think the set boxes for this set were a joke. Horrible design. Hey, I'm going to pay more money and get less mythics. Seems like a good play. Oh, and less lands. Oh, okay. Hey, Nature's Lower. That's what they did. That is, and oh, hey, do you want 100 copies of Lae'zel? Here you are. That's what they did. Not that Lae'zel's a bad card, but it's just the point. They did a poor job designing those boxes. Lausanne, Tavern Brawler, the Tomb of Horrors Adventurer. Okay. By the way, there's going to be some noise today. This is being filmed in May, and it's like 85 degrees today, and I have everything wide open because in this part of the country we don't do air conditioning. So while temperature-wise I'm fine and everything's good, it is the fact that I got to have everything open. And of course, that does mean that people are bringing out their sports cars, and that's cool. I personally have no problem with that, but during filming, it's not always great. I can't blame that one on Wildcat. Shadowheart, hey, Basilisk Collar, which has been slowly seeing its price recover. I'm going to put awesome uncommons up there. Commons and uncommons. Not that there aren't other ones I'm going to put up there that are in fact good, but you know what I mean. Things that see play in many decks. Like Nature's Lore. Karlach! Cool. I'll take one of them. Far Traveler. Kindred Discovery. Always okay with seeing that. Oh, I just exploded that pack right off the top. Too excited. It's been a minute since I touched Baldur's Gate. I've been the staunch defender of this set for God knows how long, and I will not stop saying that. Arcane Signet. Obviously not the hit, right, that it was. In fact, this reprint really kind of did a number on it. I don't think I've ever looked at this card before. That's not that bad of a... Okay. Huh. I don't think I've ever looked at Arcane Encyclopedia before. Like, actually, truly looked at it. Pay 3. Okay, that's not horrendous. Sculpted Sunburst. Campfire, personal little pet favorite card of mine. It's not a great card, let me tell you. But I do have one particular deck I run it in because I tend to have mana to sink into something. And it's a bit of a Voltron deck, so I kind of want to bring my commander back into play. So I have found that Campfire is a nice little addition. Campfire, Kaga, Safana, Hardy Outlander. Astarion's Thirst. It's also going to go into the pile of pretty good cards that haven't yet found their place. And that is a Deadly Dispute, which is... It's kind of funny, it got like back-to-back printings, and it's still like $1.50, $2. At first, when the Baldur's Gate came out and I saw that was in there, I was like, hey, Decanter of Endless Water. I was like, oh, well, they just slaughtered the one common that's kind of a hit in Adventures of Forgotten Realms. And I was like, no, not really. In fact, if anything, it just kept it from going nuts. Candlekeep Sage, the Council of Four, Earthquake Dragon, which is kind of cool. Okay. Eventually, we'll hit some lands to put here. That's what that slot's for, and then this is for, like, I hope we never put anything there. That's a bad slot. Parasitic Impetus is a nice addition. Manifold Key, same story. Halsin, Agent of the Shadow Thieves. Ha ha! Ha! Ha 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 ha! Hey, Ancient Copper Dragon. All right, I think that qualifies itself as a pretty good mythic, yeah? That's kind of like the card, huh? That's one of the cards you're trying to hit. Yeah, that's not bad. It's all right. Ancient Copper Dragon. Cool. This box is good. It doesn't matter what happens. I want other stuff too, but this box, even if we just go womp womp the rest of the way, this box is at least all right. That's so wild. So wild. So wild how well that card has held on. And then there was a small moment in time, Popular Entertainer, Wand of Wonder, which is seeing more play because of Mr. House. Arcane Signet and foil. It's actually a pretty nice foil quality. That'll go over there then. Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Ancient Copper Dragon, it was seeing its price kind of fall down for a minute there. Like it was starting to approach like $40, and I don't know exactly what happened, but that flipped around the other way. It either like hit that and people were like, "Hey, it's time to buy," and then all the cheap copies got absorbed, or I'm not really certain what happened there. I don't think it saw more play. I don't think there was. Hey, White Plume Adventure, kind of cool. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think there was a single deck then that additionally drove it. Beyond where it already was. No, I feel like it was just cheap copies ended up going away, and then that was it. Plus, with the box prices having gone up, collector boxes now are well over $200. Still cheaper than they were at release, though, to be fair. The Flutist, Kadira in foil. Yeah, still cheaper than they were. I do love those collector boxes. Primarily because the commander decks were pretty awesome too, so you get some of those cards. You know, since they started adding, at that point when they started to add all the commander cards, which was Strixhaven, I think, was really the first. No, Ikoria. Ikoria. That's right, because you could get the free spells. Lae'zel, the Mighty Servant, Call to the Void in foil. Okay. That's right, yeah, because you could open a Ikoria collector box and you might be able to take away some of the free spells. And of course, when those came out, those free spells hadn't gone nuts yet. I wonder how long that took. I do not recall how long it took for those cards to go nuts. If anybody remembers, comment down below. I guess I could go look at price history, but I'll forget after the video. All right, Eltrial Survivors, which is why if you want to tell me, that'd be cool. Not trying to be lazy, I'm just forgetful about that. Or I'll move on to the next shiny object, which is more likely. Two-handed axe, which, you know what, uncommon I dig. Mind Stone, Crystal Dragon, Skanos, Candlekeep Sage, Undermountain Adventure, which for a hot minute was a thing and vanished. Yeah, didn't that become a thing because White Plume Adventure got banned in Legacy? Was that the format? Or was it Vintage? No, it was Legacy, right? I don't remember. Either way, that card got banned. That card started to see play. People played with the two, and they were like, nah. Overwhelming Encounter, Vicania, Thrakus, and Visitor, Monster Manual. There's a nice hit. In fact, way better hit than anything in that row, but I'm hoping we're going to find a land at some point. Well, let me be clear, I'm not complaining. We've already pulled the Copper Dragon, I Karlach too, and then Legion Loyalty is not a bad mythic, and then we just pulled Monster Manual, and then we have a Kindred Discovery. Yeah, like, you know, I'm definitely not complaining. But when you open one of these boxes, you kind of expect things to work out a certain way. Swifties, and I'm kind of hoping that we find a couple lands in these remaining packs. Rassad, Agent of the Iron Throne, Fraying Line. Now, these set boxes became well known for almost like 3 out of 4 boxes contained no lands, and then you'd find that 4th box that had like 5. Which is some terrible, terrible pack of sorting. Uranus, Shameless Charlatan, Majestic Genesis. Okay, so that is a bit of a mythic, so that will go over there. That's kind of what I was referring to. I was like, that's the pile of mythic. I hope I don't get something that goes there. But chances are I'll get at least one. And if you only get one, all right. So, because there are a few in this product. As there are with most products. That's not specific to this product. Most products have some want mythics. Come on, stay. There we go. Babylus Saga. Baldur's Gate is not the land I was referring to. No, it's not the right one. That's the wrong. I'm not talking about gates. I'm talking about Crowdlands. Oh well. Hey, Renicus's Vile Duplication. Abdel. Sivers. Flaming Fist. Ravenloft Adventurer for its rare. Pack Attack. Alright. So what are we down to? 4 packs? Yeah, 4 packs. Well, even if I don't get any lands, still did good. Got the big hit. Decanter. Wild Magic Surge. Minthara. Wilson. Tavern Brawler. Blade of Cells. Also has been seeing a very slow, but it's there. Price recovery. All right, come on, baby. Let's get ourselves a land. Cut a deal. I like that card myself. Patriarch Seal. There's another one. Merchant. Acolyte to Bahamut. We have Gale. Nobody cares about you, Gale. Call to the Void. Wow, 2 packs left. Can we get one? And I haven't gotten a borderless mythic yet. I've opened a fair number of these, so that's just why I tend to have... It doesn't mean you can't, right? It doesn't mean you always will, but there's just the averages. So it's kind of like this box was like, what, we gave you Ancient Copper Dragon, be happy. And I am. Horn of Valhalla. Dragon Cultist. Yeah, last pack. All right. So either way, even if I struck out on Crowdlands, I'm still pulling 2 outstanding mythics, 1 decent mythic, and then some of the better rares in this set. And of course, the slew over there on the side of good commons and uncommons that go in a number of decks. So overall, all right. All right. Mahadi. Scion of Halaster. Eldritch Pact. And that's, wow, 0. Huh. Oh well, what can you do? I'm just surprised, that's all, because the draft boxes overall were far, far more consistent on really at least getting 2 Crowdlands. That was really kind of more the normal, was at least you'd pull a couple Crowdlands, or in a bad way you'd pull a Crowdland and a reflecting pool. But we didn't get that here, but we did get the juice. So appreciate you all watching. I'm probably on the road right now, so like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And, drop me a line. I'd like to hear from you. Bye. I don't know about what. Anything.